Yeah, and again, it's interesting because, again, the way I flow is one that's 100% based upon here. I mean, the biggest thing I always have to do is say, I'm not about these individual companies. Remember I told you, you guys are the assets, right? Mm-hmm. You're the asset. Now, I say that because I want you to make sure that you begin with who you are. I don't need you to be trying to be reconstructed. I need you to understand that if you're the asset, then that means you understand that God has already equipped you, and all you got to do is build on top of who you already are. That's why I say that I educate, equip, and empower you. Equipping is about taking who you already are and then building you up. Training is about you kind of starting from wherever. I mean, you're literally broken down to, that's what happens in boot camp, right? And so you didn't join and you didn't get involved with an opportunity in order for you to go to boot camp. You probably joined because you needed to do something that went aside with who you already are, so that in turn you can maximize the opportunity. Isn't that true? And so what I'm doing is I'm just going to walk you through some very simple things, and then I'm going to ask you we're going to do it, and we're going to time it, and we're going to see what the results are. Okay? Now, what's exciting, though, what my wife shared with you guys earlier about, just speaking to people and understanding that there's a connection between the Spirit, God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the alignment. Ironically, today I posted something about Proverbs 3:27. Proverbs 3:27. Don't withhold anything that's good from those that is due. Really think about that. And then, if you believe that, how would you actually behave? If you've got something that's good, and it says, don't withhold that which is good from those that is due.
Especially when it's in your power to do it.
Right. There you go.
Is the end of that scripture.
There we go. So then if that were the case, then how would you behave? What would you do? Would you keep your mouth shut when you see someone that may not know about how to properly take care of their skin? Would you keep your mouth shut if you know that someone may be facing a financial danger that they don't know about? You see, you guys are equipped in a whole different level from people through the relationship that we have. A whole different level. I'm always working really hard to expand your thinking and expand your net so that you become a person of value and positive influence. Because, see, when I do that, I'm doing what my call is, what my mission is. My personal mission is to live each day principle-centered, based on biblical teachings, and to be a person of value and positive influence. I can't stop what I do. So when I give to you guys, I can't turn it off because this is who I'm called to be. But I'm also mindful of not wasting the seeds. You understand? And so that's the charge I give to each one of you. Find out really where your foundation is. And so my wife spoke about it. You guys have heard me do this before, where I said, in the next 90 days, where do you want to see your life improved? In the next 90 days, where do you want to see your life improved? And I want you guys to think about this real time, and I want you to hold that as a question that you have that you can actually ask people, right? So, is it spiritual, or S? Is it mental? Is it emotional? Is it relational? Is it physical? Or is it financial? Where do you want to see an improvement in your life in the next 90 days? I won't say 90 days. We probably got about 70 days. I can't remember the count right now. We've got X number of days, less than 90 days before the end of the year. Do any one of you want to see an improvement in your life in any of these areas?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Now, do you remember the story of the man by the pool of Bethesda? You remember that? Okay. They asked the question of, do you want to be made well? Right? Do you want to be made well? See, my personal mission is to live each day principle-centered based on biblical teachings and to be a person of value and positive influence. But my vision is wellness in the world. Wellness. Spiritual, mental, emotional, relational, physical, financial. Okay? So now, with that being the premise, then I challenge each one of you. I want you to be thinking of the question of, Do you want to be made well? Because it's Holy Spirit, right? God the Father, the Son, and the Holy, right? So we're acting on the ground. We're the ones that actually cause things to happen. God uses us to deliver the blessings, right? That's what she just talked about, right? See, you got to own that.
Yeah.
See, the sooner you are coming in alignment and you understand that that's your purpose, if you're a believer, that if you're a believer, then you understand that that's your purpose. That's discipleship, right?
Right.
That's what we're doing. So the question is, you want to be able to ask a person, do you want to be made well? And you want to be thinking that if your pyramid looks like this, where your base is spiritual, you're standing firmly on the word, and you believe the word to be true, right? You believe that now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. You believe that seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all things thereafter should be added unto, right? So then you believe that, you stand on it. So then once that's covered, now we got to walk it out, right? Now we got to talk about practical application. And that's why I want you to leave tonight. I'm going to do some practical application, because far too often you get the feel good and the rah-rah, you get the word, but then what happens? You go back into your regular life and what? We're not manifesting all that's already promised. So where's the gap? It's because you don't get the understanding, because nobody's talking to you like I'm talking to you right now. I'm about to say, wait a minute, enough, you got that. Now let's go to work, right? So now we're talking about mental. See, now you got to work here. You got to actually start to learn how to think versus what to think. How to think versus what to think. There's a process that you've got to learn. When my wife talked about that thing about you're saying can't, see, you got to learn. That's got to first come to awareness. And now once that's into your awareness, now you can make the adjustment. You can see where your problems are. You can say, oh, wait a minute. I do say that. I'm not mindful of what's coming out of my mouth.
Right.
Well, before it comes out of my mouth, it's here. Because my thoughts lead to my feelings, which lead to my actions, which lead to my results, or my inactions, right?
Right.
So now we've got the mental part covered. Now we're talking about the emotional state. Now you're talking about the emotional state. How do we respond in situations? Do we not catch ourselves before we just take an action or an inaction? Spiritual, mental, emotional, relational. Okay, we talked about this thing of not liking people or not wanting to talk to people. Well, that's not, we can't reach someone if we're not willing to open our mouths. And sometimes the best talk you can have is your walk.
Right.
Ooh. Wow. You can just be walking it out. And here's what I mean by that. If you're solid foundationally, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and you want to now work on your relationally, look beautiful like Celine right now. Get yourself together. Walk it out. Right? Be the walking billboard. You're the temple. Does that make sense?
Right.
So you take someone that just gets started and they don't want to talk to anyone, but they do like the product, whatever it is that you offer. And I'm in the wellness space. I'm a personal trainer. So maybe my offering is about making sure that I'm looking good physically. So the same is the same. That's why I said, ladies, we're good. We need to be working together. We need to be integrated and mindful that I'm here to serve you and work with you. So let's do this thing reciprocally. You understand? So you got the look. You're wearing the product. You're the product of the product. What happens when it comes to relationship building? Well, if you're looking fabulous, you increase the likelihood that someone is going to be drawn to you.
Right.
You become a magnet.
Right.
Because you stand out. See, what people think is, well, they're taking their time to do something above and beyond just kind of waking up and rolling over. That means they got something about them. They got a swag to them.
Right.
They're tight. I want to connect with that person. I'm more prone to listen to the person that looks good
Right.
than I am the person that doesn't.
Right.
Right?
Right.
See, we want to say, oh, that shouldn't matter. No, it does
It
matter.
does matter.
It does matter. Oh, well, it's my race. Well, hold up. I will tell you this. You take someone that looks good, that is sharp, and you put them in an audience that is maybe diverse, that person has a better likelihood of actually being able to matriculate through that system than someone that doesn't. So my thing is, why don't you hedge your bets? Why don't you be at the best that you
That's
can be?
right.
So that you don't let your best be at the bottom of the
That's
bottom.
right,
You follow me?
baby. You better teach it.
See, we got to get beyond that and stop all these excuses and say, no, let's walk this thing out. Walk it out. You see, because here's the thing. You put yourself in those situations. We got some things going for us. My wife and I talked about today. We're talking about how great she looks at 50, and we talked about that she's been the product for 20 some odd years. But then she also said, and she also recognized that there's some genes that's just within her. There's some pigmentation that just kind of works with us, that kind of makes us kind of look really good in a long period of time. And then when we take care of that, it just accentuates. And then you've got others that also have the potential to look great if they take the product and do the product stuff. But other than that, they may not fare as well over the long term. That's just, you can just look. You understand? So what I'm saying to you is, why not play full out? If you're already going to invest in the product, then why not work with what you already have? You already designed to succeed. You're the walking billboard. You're the asset. So own what you got. Start where you're at. Then when you've got that working for you, then everything else should play into play. Because again, every opportunity to make some improvements, 90 days into it. Okay, then work the next level. Okay, if physical fitness right now is not your thing, if eating right now is not your thing, well, I'm going to tell you, make that your thing if you want to succeed long term.
Right.
Make it your thing
Your health
long
is
term.
your wealth.
You know, because if you're going to actually put in the effort to create this next life financially, don't you want to be able to enjoy it?
Right.
Don't you want to look fit, fine, and fabulous so you can actually live it, walk it out?
Yeah, baby, I
I mean,
do.
really, that's the whole deal. See, I want to get you guys to think. See, begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind. So that in turn, when you do get through and you go through all that perseverance and you go through all those no's, you are the one that's standing in the next place for all those people that said no to you, that you can be living that part out. You follow me? That's the beautiful part. And then see if you got that right perspective, then inevitably that's where the financial piece comes. It's going to just come to you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
See, so what I want to do is I want to challenge you to do the simple activities that allow you to live this thing out starting right now. You don't have to wait all these years. And I don't care what time you've already invested in it. Start by making the decision. Make the decision that you want to be made well. And if you say yes to that, by show of hands, how many of you want to be made well? And what I mean by being made well is in some area you want to see improvement. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to do. I want to give you the same thing, the same Bible that I read, that you read, the same instructions apply even today. And all we've got to do is tap into the source. And so here's the number one thing. The first thing is I want you to do is get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. You were that person that was sitting near the pool. You were the person sitting by the pool. Understand? And people have been passing you, and they've been going and dipping in, and they've been passing through. And then one day Jesus simply said, do you want to be made well?
Yes.
You said yes. So I'm saying, get up. The next thing you've got to say is this. Pick up your mat.
That be the phone.
Pick up your mat. Pick up your mat. You see that mat, just as my baby just said, that's your phone.
Your date book and your phone.
You follow me? That mat could be your feet. You guys can go ahead and have a seat. That mat could also be your feet. If you got to walk next door to someone and say, boom, 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 boom. Excuse me, may I offer you a facial today? How hard is that? I didn't give you no magic phrase.
Right.
I didn't ask you nothing. There's no magic phrase in that.
Right.
Right.
Pick up the phone book. Hi. Would you like to receive a complimentary facial? What? See, the thing is, if you really, really wanted to go do what you want to do, what would stop you from doing that? What? Except for yourself, right? Feeling self-conscious about that, right? Oh, that's weird. I don't want to do that, right? But just the thing. When you understand what your why is, see, the truth of the matter is you may not be in a situation where you toss all things out. Where you toss all fear out of the way and just do things to do. Right? pick up your mat. And number 3, walk. It's all in you.
Action.
Just take action. And here's what the walk is. Faith.
And it works.
No, just faith.
Oh, amen.
Because you ain't got, faith is only faith when it's demonstrated. See, that's why people miss that term.
Right.
There's no faith unless you're demonstrating it. I see your faith by what you do.
Amen.
Right? If you demonstrate your faith, then God will demonstrate his faithfulness.
Amen.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to do this. We're going to get up, we're going to pick up your mat, and we're going to walk. And we're going to see what results come about. Because see, this activity that all of us do are basically the same. And so I'm excited. And the reason I want to come out here tonight, because this is my wife's birthday. And I want to make sure she has an opportunity to get a fabulous birthday. And then more importantly, I want to set up things for 2017. Because see, I made a promise to those of you that actually, when I first got involved with you over a year ago, that for those of you that really plugged in and that really wanted to, I would help you to create a 6-figure income. Period. Period. You got that Facebook Live? Period. See, I know the seed is good.
Right.
There's no reservation, there's no hesitation in me telling you what I'm telling you. And I don't care what you're involved in.
Right.
See, my giving and my serving is not contingent upon your company.
Yeah.
Right.
I serve the people. My vision of life is rich, encompasses who you are. You understand? And so I just look for opportunities to serve you. So here's what we're going to do. The first thing I want you to do in picking up your mat, before I actually, and I'll close it by telling you let me go ahead and tell you the pitfalls. Let me tell you what will cause you to fail. Right now, even though you're feeling good, you're raising your hand, you're engaged, let me tell you 3 things that will cause you to fail. That will cause you not to implement anything that I've shared with you, not get results. And no matter what it is that I say to you, you'll still sit on a bump in the law. Here's it is. Number 1 is this. You lack desire. You lack desire. And that's cool. See, this is a volunteer space. Every day is a volunteer space for you to pursue greatness. Most people will talk about it, but most people will not be about it. Greatness comes with sacrifice. Greatness comes with sacrifice. People who are marveled by successful people. It ain't rocket science. We just do things. We do people. We don't just go with the flow of everybody else. We're standing out. It ain't like we're doing a lot more. It don't take a lot more. Desire. So check your desire. Check your desire. Do you have a burning desire to succeed? Do you have a burning desire to change your life? Do you have a burning desire to impact the world in a meaningful way? What is your burning desire? Number 2, determination. If you lack determination, it don't matter.
You're out.
You're out.
You're out the game.
If you're not determined to succeed, you're out. See, you got to be willing to go through the process of success. You got to be willing and determined to apply the principles day in, day out, day in, day out. If you're not willing to do that, and if you're not prepared for the walls that you're going to hit, well, then when you hit it, you'll cower down. Successful people can't do that. You'll become a problem solver. Successful people ask the best questions. Successful people ask the best questions. That's why you have AskNateScott.com. Successful people ask the best questions. We're problem solvers. Most people don't know how to think. Most people are giving information. That's why I said Life is Rich, How to Create Lasting Wealth, principle-centered, biblically based leadership program. Head, not here. Head, leaders come from here. Focus on personal growth and entrepreneurship to teach you how to think versus what to think. You got to be determined. You got to have desire, and you got to have determination. And the last thing that's most critical, which is where we're going to roll right into the activity, is discipline. Discipline. If you lack the discipline, then desire and determination still tossed out. You still want results. Because you won't do the things that you know to do. Here's the thing. You all know how to do it.
Right.
You already know what to do. I know the case. So do it. Don't tell me, oh, I know that. If you knew it, you'll be doing it. People have this I know it attitude. If you knew it, then you would be doing it. So until you show me by what you do, I don't know that you know. And I only care enough about you to ask or to engage you until you tell me you don't want to hear no more, because nobody wants to talk to. We don't talk just to hear ourselves speak. This is only because we care, we love. This is just giving. This is us following through with what we're supposed to be doing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you in a situation where if you have desire and you have determination, I'm going to help you with the discipline. Fair enough? And I promise you this, I'm going to give you some tips right now, real time, that you may get some results in the next 15 minutes and be out here by 8:30. But what's exciting is that if you just continue to do what I'm about to show you, then absolutely you'll be doing exactly what you need in order to either move your individual products or to build your team. Understanding your financial model, you got two different plays. You got the play where you don't even want to build a team and you just want to make your money. I'm going to show you something so you can do that. But those of you that actually want to pursue the ranks of hitting director and getting to NSD inevitably, I'm going to show you something, and I want to, my prayer is that those of you that do have that burning desire and have begun with the end in mind, that you will lock arms with us the remaining part of this year and roll into 2017 laser focused so that we can all eat.
Right.
Like it.
All right?
Right.
Because I came out here tonight because I said this is my closeout month, as I'm closing out my month as well. But I said, you know what? I just want to serve. I just want to teach. Because this fires me up. When I do this, I'm just treating you guys if you guys were already y'all were doing something directly with me, personally. So when I'm giving to you, I'm saying let's grow. Let's make some real tangible results so that coming into the new year, people actually can see and actually want what you have. Okay? So here we go.
Hey, share that thing that you shared earlier about how you finished the year is what?
How you finish the year sets you up for how you're going to start the year. See, this is the fourth quarter. This is the time you go finish strong. This is the time when you create momentum that allows you to go into 2017. Because see, what happens is this. You got the end of the year. The holidays are going to come. November, December, January, when everybody else is going to settle back. They're going to settle back. And you're going to be trying to talk to people about what you're doing. Ain't nobody going to be hearing that. So you got to be mentally prepared to go ahead and create the momentum so that you chugging along, so that when those New Year resolutions come up in January, and those, what are the things that people are going to look at to start the year?
Lose weight.
Lose weight.
Save money.
Save money.
Okay. How many people start the new year saying they're going to make more money in the new year?
Right.
Right? Nobody end the year going into the new year saying they want to make less money. And they definitely don't want to stay at the same level.
Right.
So the inference is that people want to make more money. Okay? So you got want to look better, they want to feel better, and they want to live better. Say it, look better, feel better, live better, look better, feel better, live better. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
Now let me ask you, what part of the month does someone not want to look better, look better, feel better, live better? What part of the month? Sell the problem, not the solution. Sell the problem, not the solution. When I say sell the solution, you're talking about, oh, let me talk to you, you want to try and telling. That's not selling the problem. Selling the problem is recognizing an opportunity to serve someone. Be prepared to give versus to get.
Right.
I give value, and I know I give value, versus me trying to get from somebody's wallet. I just want to actually show you what's going on and let you make an informed decision, period.
Right.
You know, if I see that you are doing something that's not good for you by putting something on your skin that's not good or something in your body that's not good, I want to at least bring it to your awareness because I don't know if you know or not.
Right.
What's the difference between me saying, I don't know if you know that there's a possibility that you're going to hell as a result of you not being saved. I don't know if you know that or not, so I'm just going to offer up the opportunity for you to learn about Christ. What's the difference?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. End of the year activities. The first thing is recognizing what you've got to do. The first thing is your number one objective is to make your list. So you've made your list. Let's assume that your list is already in your phone. Okay? So what I want you to do is take your phone out, and I want you to go to your clock, your timer, your clock. You know where I'm talking about? Where the stopwatch is at? Okay? I want you to go to your stopwatch. And I want you to choose a time. I don't care if it's 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay? In fact, let's just do 1 minute for right now. Let's go. Yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute. Got it? Set your 1 minute timer. Okay? If you have any questions, anybody know what I'm talking about? Okay, you got it? Okay, wonderful. All right?
The Android people can't find their stopwatch, baby.
All right? Somebody help out. One says stopwatch, one says timer, one
Where's
says
your
alarm.
alarm?
Where do
It
you
should
set
be
your
where
alarm at?
alarm is at.
It's my alarm.
Set timer, timer.
Set your time, but it should be in that same vicinity.
I think this is it.
Okay, so stopwatch means it's going to be at 0. A timer means you can set a time.
It's running. Yeah, just because I touched
Yeah,
That's a
just
stopwatch.
Reset it. Yeah, that's your stop. If it's running, it's your stopwatch.
No problem, no problem. So here's a lesson. We're going to go back. So I got to get you up to speed with the tools. I got to get you to understand your tools, okay? So who does not have their timer? You got your timer? Okay, great. So here's what we're going to do. Next thing is, I want you to go to your text messages. Just go to your text message.
We're not starting.
Just go to your text message.
Okay.
And I'm really good. I'm going to say, boom. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. Tell me when you're at your text message. At your text message, what I want you to do is simply type hi, and just pick a first name. Whoever you're going to do send this first text to. Whoever it is, you just pick a name. Don't try to prejudge. Just simply put the name. And the simple text is going to be hi, name. Are you available for a quick call? And once you type that message, I want you to highlight it and copy it. Just copy it. Got it copied? Got it copied? Anybody? Just hold it down and copy. Hold it down, select, and copy. Got it? Okay, now, what I want you to do is, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go back to your timer. You're going to hit start, but then you're going to send that text out, and I want you to just paste that to the next person. Just remember to change the name.
Okay.
Just remember to change the name. And I want you to count how many people until your alarm goes off. Your alarm is going to go off. All right? So what I said, when you're ready, go to your timer, hit start, then go back to send that text message, and then do the next person. And go. And just track it. See how many you get out in the minute. See how many text messages you send out in a minute.
Who has questions before we start? Everybody good?
Yeah, just go. Just go. You got your own timer. You got your timer.
Oh, okay.
Your timer is going to go off in 1 minute. Your 1 minute. Now, as you're doing that, all I want to do is, again, I want you to think about the activity that doesn't get done and why. See, we all have the same 1,440 minutes per day. And when you subtract out the time for working, sleeping, commuting, and the time it takes you to do each and every day of your life, most people are left with just 1 to 2 hours remaining to do what they really want to do. But then the question is, do they have the money to do it? So I'm just focusing on the activity, understanding the limitations that people have. We also all have the same 168 hours per week. 168 per week. Most people spend 40 hours a week working. You may end up sleeping for 56 hours, 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. You may have 35 hours that go to eating and commuting and bathing. That's a total of 131 hours out of the 168, which leaves 37 hours. So the alarms are going off, okay? Yeah. Great. So what I want to find out is timer 1 minute, text, Okay? So now, busy lives, busy lives. People want to say, I don't have enough time. I want to show you how to take the activities that have to be done so that you can fill in the time throughout your day. So in my case, with what I do is, I've had people doing this activity 8 times during the day. 8 times during the day at their discretion of whatever the time they want to set it for. It's like, you tell me how long you can fit it in, that you can focus. Because see, here's the key. Focus activity. Focus activity. That's the problem, that most people don't have any focus activity. That's an enrollment right there. So, focus activity. All right? So what I do is say 8 times. Do that 5 minutes, 1 minute, 10 minutes. I don't care what the amount of times, because the goal is to get people to have 8 customers by the end of a period of time, say 30 days. Because I know with my people that if I can get them to do that and we can get 8 customers in those 30 days, they'll make X amount of dollars. So I'm saying, well, I can't control the people saying yeses, just like you can't control people to yeses, but you control how many people you reach out to. And I promise you that if you reach out to more people, you're going to make more money. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask, how many texts did you send out?
3.
3. And 3. And 3. 3? 3?
5.
3. And 5. Well, let's just go with 3. How about that? So, how many 3s was that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 9 and 14, 17, 20. Did you? 3, 23. Did you, ma'am?
I had 3.
26. Okay, 26. How about that? 26 invites that we sent out in 1 minute. Wow. Now, we don't know, now we can go back and do life, right? We can just not go about our business. We ain't got to worry about, like, we can do that in the grocery store, can't we?
Yeah.
Do you understand? So you just did that. Now, imagine this. Imagine that somebody responds. Huh? Speak up. Speak up. Anybody else? You did have one response? What'd they say?
She said, sure.
Wow. Okay. And you sent out 3, right?
Yes.
I got
2
2.
yeses? 2 responses?
They said they're busy right now at the gym.
Great.
Feeding the kids.
Great. So now what?
Possible.
It's a response.
Call back. It's a response.
Now you can go about trying to set an appointment.
When
Right.
can I-
Follow up.
It's time for me to reach you.
Boom, that's it. That's all I need you to do. For those people that responded like that. So you had 3 that you sent out. And you had 2 responses. You sent out 3. You had 1 response. How you like those numbers? Right?
Better than 0.
Oh, wow. And what did it take of your time?
1 minute. 1 minute.
Can you help someone find a minute?
Yes.
Okay, so now boom. We just got that. Okay, so we got 3 responses? 3 responses. 3 responses. So we got a 3,
Okay, respond.
2, and we got a 3 and a 1.
Tammy just got 1.
Huh?
Tammy just got 1.
That's 4.
4. Wow. So we got another response. And you sent out 3. Right?
Yes.
Wow. Look at those numbers. So now the next thing is, and what was the response? Excuse me.
She said yes.
Yes, she's available. Okay, so now here's the next thing we do. Those people that are available, go ahead and call them. You got another one? They available?
Go ahead,
At
Tanja.
10, though.
Huh?
Yeah, they're available at 10.
Now, so what is that? Now look what we
Now
got.
you got an appointment.
So now we got an appointment. Now we got an appointment. So now we got a callback. Okay? So now you got an appointment here, and I think that might be in the wrong names, but here's what I want you to do now. For those you got a callback, call them. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to call them up and say, great, hey, I was calling. Have you given that person a facial?
Yes.
Both of them?
Just one.
Just one. How about you?
No.
Okay, let's call that person and invite them, ask them if you can give them a facial.
Okay.
Now.
Oh, okay.
One of mine responded.
Well, she told me
Awesome.
at 10.
Okay, then that's great. That's a 10 o'clock. Okay, excuse me. Didn't anyone say now that they were available?
Mine said now.
Now, call them. Oh, that didn't count your number, so you got a response. I didn't add you.
I had 5.
5 responses?
I'm not responsible. One just another one.
How many people got something?
That's a total of 7 responses.
7.
I got one said, "Who is this?"
Okay. Now, see what's great about that, right? That's great because see now what I mean about this is what I mean. Just go through your phone. Just do this.
Right.
Boom, 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 boom. And they don't know who you are. This is such and such. Then you can. I start deleting people on my phone. They spend too much time trying to figure me out. I don't know you, so I delete.
I've actually got a response from somebody doing that. I called a number for a particular person, and she's like, I don't know who that is, but I was like, oh, so what's your name?
There you go.
And I started talking to her about it.
There you go.
Right.
Well, mine says trick or treating with the kids. Just
It's a
responded
response.
back.
Right.
Yeah, it's
All
a
right.
response.
Response.
Response, yeah.
Mary Kay Husband.
One second. I'm multitasking, so I just got a text saying they say they are just ready to sign up right now and no need to hear anything else.
One day this week we can get together. And get another
One more time? Okay.
No, she's calling her.
Okay. Now, isn't that cool? I should have had you put it on speaker.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What was that? No, I was waiting for you to get back with me.
I'd love to speak to her.
Hold on a moment, please. Can you take a call? Okay. Hold on.
Hey, what's her name? Hi there. How are you?
She saw my catalog.
Hi there.
in a beauty shop.
Hello. Hi. Hi. This is Nate. What's your name? I'm sorry. One more time. Our signal's bad.
Yeah. Every time I
Our
call her,
signal's
it
bad.
drops.
Okay, guys. Here's one of the things I want to tell you about. Go ahead and see if you can call her.
Okay.
Here's what I want you guys to understand. And so when you have an opportunity to get someone on the phone, if you have the opportunity to connect someone else to them, do that. See, it doesn't take anything for me to engage with someone on the phone. If you got that warm contact on the phone, then utilize, and this is one of the things I want to build a culture where you guys start work together. You can come in here and start doing that thing. Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
sure.
All right. And what was her name?
Well, she got my catalog.
What's her name?
I can't. Same thing you get. It always drops.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So cool. We're gonna keep moving.
Yeah.
So here's what I want. So those callbacks, I want you to call back and be already thinking about what you want to get from the callback to allow me to send them more information. Does that make sense?
Right.
Same on your end. You've got to begin with the end in mind. Care enough about engaging, but do it intentionally. You don't have no time to be wasting, and they don't have time to be wasting. You need to be asking the question, hey, do you have a moment right now? Is this a good time? Okay, great. Hey, I was calling you for a purpose. Put that in there. I was calling you for a purpose. There was something specific that I'm calling you for, and then you go into what it is that you called them for. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right? That's what you're going to do on your callback. Because from there, everything else happens. See, you've taken care of the thing that, and here's what you can do. You set up your calendar. Fill it, look at your calendar, and employ yourself. How many of you have a full-time job? Okay, great. How many hours per week?
38? 40.
Okay, so I already said 40, right?
Right.
I said that we got 37 hours to work with.
Right.
All I need you to do from this point on is I need you to schedule your work hours. When will you work? Meaning, if one of your things about working is doing a one-on-one, when will you do one-on-ones?
48.
Right? Block it out. So that then, when you do this part of reaching out to people, you've got something to fill in your time slots.
Right.
Understand? Now you can design the life that you want. You're not doing it based upon theirs. You're doing it around your lifestyle, what you want. Okay? Now, see, if you can understand this and you work this for yourself, then when you're sitting down with someone and you're interviewing them and you're trying to, and they've expressed an interest in actually generating income, then it's your job to help them to create what they can in their schedule. This whole idea of saying, well, you know, I know 6 or 9 people that do it like this. And listen, I'm already telling you that I'm busy. Listen to me tell you that I'm busy. Stop trying to tell me about other people and how they're doing it. Because obviously I don't have a why like they have it to do whatever it takes to do that. That's not appealing to me. So what you can do is understand what my schedule is, help me to lay out a schedule so that I can actually see that I can bring about the results that I desire based upon what I see in my life. Because you don't know my life.
Right.
Don't try to tell me to take away this and take away that. Help me. You know what I got to deal with. Meaning you know what the realness of the business is. So if you know what the realness of it is, then I'm counting on you to show me that I can accomplish what I want to accomplish based upon what my constraints are. Help me to get more time back. Does that make sense? I promise you, it'll change the dynamics of what you're doing. Because now you're not just talking about get. You're literally trying to serve someone. You're trying to help them. It's not you getting them in and then knowing that you set them up for failure because you know daggone well they don't really know the inside scoop. They don't know what's going on. But see, when you do it like this, who can't do that? Who can't find a minute? You got a response too? Y'all gonna have to tell me about those total numbers. So somebody help me out, math wise. So how many total responses do we have so far?
You're 8, I'm 9. 8.
Wait, start with Celine.
Start with
Celine's got
Celine.
2. How many responses?
2.
2,
3.
5,
1 meaning 3 after her 2.
3,
1.
4,
5.
5,
1.
6,
1.
7,
Got 2 now.
9. None? Okay, 9. 9 responses in about 20 minutes. Right?
Yes.
Pretty cool. That was just 1 minute. I didn't say you set it for time or for 2 minutes. So here's what we know. We know that if you did, let's say if you did 15 minutes, 3 times a day. So 5 minutes, 3 times a day. Let's go with 4 times. 5 minutes, 4 times.
My head hurts.
For a total of 20 minutes. For a total of 20 minutes.
Yes.
Right? So in 20 minutes, so with 1 minute we got 3 out. So that means in 5 minutes, we got 15 minutes out.
I am embracing these numbers, Lord.
15 minutes times 4, right?
Right.
Which is 60. 60 in a day that you reached out to. How? Because if we did 3 in a minute, and we did 5 minutes, 15. 15 Texas.
15 Texas, right.
Understand?
No.
1 minute,
1 minute you got 3.
you got 3 out.
Right.
Okay.
So for every minute you get 3 out.
Oh. Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay?
Got it.
So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
Okay.
I said do that 4 times. 15, 30, 45, 60. Got it? 60. Do that at the first of the week. You understand? And now all you got to do is start feeling the things that are coming into you. And then go through your process. Because see, the whole objective is get them into the top of the funnel. You just want to reach out to people for the opportunity to then go through. Does that make sense? See, that's the magic right there. You got to know what activity you got to really be doing in order to give yourself a chance to win. And I've just told you how to eliminate all those other things that cause you not to do anything. Because the problem is lack of focus. I told you my promise was to give you about discipline. I can show you how to discipline yourself for a minute. And then I can show you how to get to 5 minutes of discipline. All you're doing is setting your time and let the alarm go off. When the alarm goes off, you're done working. Can you sign up for that?
Yeah.
When the alarm goes off, you've done your work. That's an income generating activity. And then track your results and give yourself a scorecard. And then let the numbers work out. We got 9 out of 26. And we call those 9 back whenever the appointment is set. Well, then 9 people that you talk to where they've actually they're open and receptive to your contact. What else can you ask for? All you want to do is give yourself a shot at actually showing the information the right way. Now, if you like to get the tracking sheet that I have, then simply text me and text me your email address. I'll send it to you. Okay? But this is it. Let's imagine, like I said, if we just came here tonight and we did this, we went to work.
How we gonna text you?
My number, you ready?
Yeah.
904 838 2623. All right? So, ladies, here's what I'm challenging you to do. Follow through with this process. I've just eliminated any excuses you have as it relates to doing what you need to be doing. So all your job now is what? Add people to your contact list and then go through and do the process. Every day you got an opportunity to, really engage someone, have a great conversation, say, hey, what's your number? Get the number, and then you think about reaching out to them at some point in time, knowing that you're doing it intentionally. Does that make sense?
Somebody said, say the number again, please.
904 838 2623. Man, I'm excited to share this with you guys because I really was working on it. Like I said, I created this document where I just went straight down from the top saying, okay, what's my vision? What's my mission? What I'm really about? And there's no mention about no company until I get to the point and say, okay, this is what I want to teach you, because at the end of the day, everything I do for you is all meant about helping you to change your household situation. Mm-hmm. It's not about the company. It's about you and your individual household situation. That's what Life is Rich, How to Create Lasting Wealth is about. It's a spiritual-based book. It's meant to be your guide. It's meant to be your blueprint. My wife and I had such an amazing time in Maryland. An amazing time with people that were hungry, that were grateful, that really allowed us support. Hopefully you go back and watch the video because we Facebook Live. If you didn't see it, go and look at it. She tells me I was at my very best. So I'm saying go look at it and see how we engage and what we did with those people, and understand that you guys got that all the time. All right? So I'm excited about what we can do, but we got to really come together. We got to really be intentional about what we're doing. And like I said, you reflect us and we reflect you. Does that make sense? Yes. You guys reflect us and we reflect you.
Nate, say the name of your book again, please.
Life is Rich, How to Create Lasting Wealth. Life is Rich, How to Create Lasting Wealth at AskNateScott.com/order. AskNateScott.com/order. And understand that they want that material. Because every time we're going out of state and do what we do, even if I'm not with my wife and she just shares the message with them, they get it. They get it. So again, I'm going to show you how to use that as a tool. And all I'm talking about is just equipping you to be a person of value. It's not even about the book. It's about arming you with understanding that there's a bigger picture, that there's a financial danger that no one is talking about. You're blessed because you're doing something proactive to give you a shot. They don't necessarily know that there's an issue at all. That's what I mean about sell the problem. Right. Don't just tell them about your great life. No, the problem, because see, once you show them how it's relevant, well, now you can offer something, because now they say, oh my goodness, what can I do? Well, I don't know I can only show you what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That's the vantage point. You've shown them something that no one else has shown to them. Puts you in a position of authority. Puts you in a position of trust. Because now you've given them value without asking for anything in return. You just taught them something. Does that make sense? It's like the same thing with your skincare. You're just offering something, you're teaching them something. Now that you're teaching them, now they're in a position of saying, oh, wow, thank you. What else do you know? Does that make sense? All right? So that's it. So that's, again, let's track these numbers, and here's the deal. We're closing out the month tonight. Do your very best to close out strong. Do that tonight. Don't let the month start until it's done. Until all your orders are done, don't start the next month. Right. Finish this month out strong. These dings you guys keep hearing, it's people I still got customers, people that are working right now. So here's what I want you to do. Finish strong. But here's what I'm doing. Let's knock out November. Yes. Let's knock out November and let's knock out December. Remember, the work you do in November pays you in December, right? Do you want to have a big December when everybody else is taking off? You want to have a better Christmas? That's what you need to do. Remember, you walk into the holiday season. It's an opportunity for you to impact people right now, but sowing the seeds is the critical part. Don't even worry about counting those results. All I want you to do is put people into the funnel so that those things will harvest. Remember, this is the last thing I'm going to tell you. Remember this. Remember this. 2% of yeses come on the first touch. 2% will come after the first touch. 3% of yeses will come after the second touch. 3% on the second touch. 5% of yeses on the third touch. 5% of yeses on the third touch. 10% of yeses on the fourth touch. 10% on the fourth touch. And what I mean by touching, I mean just being a person that's engaging them. You don't got to always be talking about your business. Just be around. Expose them to who you are, what you're about. Expose them to someone else that's a teammate. Expose them to the culture. Give them an article. Give them some tip or something. You understand? That's 20% right there. 20% if you just touch someone 4 times. But 80% of yeses come on the 5th through the 12th touch. Most people don't make it past how many? Third. There we go. So that means they only gave themselves a shot at getting 10%. And then they went back to try to find new people. They got these people in there. They deal with 10% of them. And then they discount those 10 and then try to find more. Toss some money out the window. Right? 80% 5th through the 12th touch. Trust the process. Go through the numbers. Make a decision that you want to be made well. You said that you want to be made well. Get up. Pick up your mat and walk.
All right.
Woo, 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 woo.